Yo guys, what's up? It's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So I don't usually do Baro videos or dev stream videos, but we had really important dev stream today and a really important Baro today as well, so let's just get it out there. There will be minor spoilers for... actually, there will be major spoilers later in the video after I show the Baro stuff, so if you don't want spoilers, definitely hop on out after I show the Baro stuff, but we're going to do a dual stat video, if you would. So we are on the Saturn relay right now, and Baro is over here, and look what Baro has, guys. First time ever Baro Ephemera, and look at how cool it is. It makes little diamonds floating around you, like you're made out of money or something like that. So definitely get this one if you don't have it. It's only 100 ducats and 150k credits for an ephemera, so me personally, I'm really happy about that one. Everything else he's got, not really as important as this. They said that today on the dev stream they might be changing, or they are changing impact to a different damage type, do something different. So I might actually buy these Prisma Obex just to have them. As you can see, 30% Setis chance, 25% crit chance, pretty good base stats in those departments, and high impact. So basically, what impact's going to do is you're going to stagger the enemies so many times that it will make them vulnerable to a Parazon finisher. And that's what it's going to do. And it will no longer knock down, apparently. Just do lots of staggers. So everything else is like whatever, honestly. Unless you don't have a Naros already. If you want to get a Naros, you can get this quest right here. Alright, guys. So I'm going to equip the ephemera really quickly. And then we're going to get into the spoilers for the new stuff. By the way, me having that Corinth equipped is slightly a spoiler, because they talked about a lot of stuff in the dev stream today. Let's go into Captura. This mission right here is where we're going to test out this ephemera on Nyx Prime. Alright guys, so as you can see, it actually is really nice. It reminds me of some gems from like a mobile game or something like that. Definitely not extremely noticeable, but maybe if you're walking around really slow in Nyx's Assimilate mod, or stopping to fire your shotgun, or things of that nature, it will be a little bit more noticeable. It definitely is not the top tier ephemera at all. I'd say the Vengeful Ephemeras definitely destroy this one in terms of cool factor, but, you know, whatever. Alright, guys. So let's get into the spoilers for the dev stream today. It's not going to be a super long video. I don't have, like, a Kuva flood for you or anything like that. And, yeah, I'm just going to talk about some of the stuff in the dev stream. So let's get into it. Also, apparently you have this body glow with this Baro Ephemera. Alright, so first thing I'm going to show you guys is the Prime Access stuff. So I don't know if this was Rebecca's fashion frame or if this is how Titania Prime looks with default colors, but I think it looks okay. Some people don't like how it looks. Keep in mind, you can always change the colors on the character to look however you want it to look, or like even just one color. If you don't like the blue on here, you can change that to green. Like it's really that simple in this game. It's one of the nicer customization option games out there, and maybe someday we'll get like the textures like they had in Anthem, rest in peace. Maybe coming back from the dead someday, but we'll see. And then as far as weapons, we got the Corinth Prime. I've got the stats for the Corinth Prime right here, but we're going to actually compare that to the normal Corinth in a second here. Notice it has a bunch of heat damage. I think Rebecca has a Riven, so we're going to try to replicate the exact build and see what the differences in stats are. Spoiler alert, not super high increases in stats. So Pyrana Prime's getting vaulted. That's definitely not in this Prime Access. Pangolin Sword Prime. Pangolin Prime, if you would, is the other prime weapon for this. It's a sword, and it's the Pangolin Sword, which comes from Nightwave store. So I don't know, it probably won't even be very good, but you know, swords are pretty powerful, and depending how the Rivens get, they didn't actually talk about Rivens on the dev stream. They said they were going to, but they didn't, so maybe I missed that part. We'll see. Okay, so move on to the next thing. We're gonna do a build comparison on the Corinth and the Corinth Prime. Keep in mind, I think Rebecca has a Riven, so the complete build comparisons are not exactly easy. So I tried to replicate Rebecca's build with the normal Corinth, using basically, it looks like she has like a heat build on there with Point Blank and Hell's Chamber. Keep in mind this is a rank 9 Point Blank, so let's get that build on screen for the dev stream. So if you take into account the one more rank in Point Blank, it's got the same base damage, pretty much. Like I said, you might have a Heat Riven with slightly more stats, and I put every Heat mod on here, so it should be the same amount, but pretty much increase-wise, we're getting possibly a higher crit multiplier. I don't have Prime Ravage on here. We can actually throw that on. See what that changes it to. Prime Ravage rank 8. It was pretty much the same crit damage and all that stuff. The changes here are going to be in the fire rate department. And look at that magazine, guys. 20 shots in the magazine instead of the 5 we currently have. Like I said, she might have a Riven with magazine size, but that's very high. And then also, guys, there's a new feature with the Corinth Prime. When you shoot the grenade launcher burst, it's actually going to stick to the ground. And you can manually detonate it by activating it again. So currently you have to shoot a certain distance to make it explode. The new function, you can like be midair, stick it to the ground, push the button again, it blows up. And you can have multiple bombs on the ground. So with the removal of self-damage, it's like you can have a minefield on any character now. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that on Nova. Just to have like explosive traps sitting all over the place. There's definitely lots of characters that could have a lot of fun with that. But I don't think it's getting some huge stat increases. It might get status chance. Put that build on screen one more time for you, and then we'll get into the final spoiler for the video today, guys. So yes, the Corinth Prime in the dev stream had 14.4 when I believe she has 1 status chance mod on there. Like I said, this part's a little bit of speculation. Just trying to see exactly how much higher the stats are. It looks like it's more of a function and quality of life buff than a damage, crit chance, all that kind of stuff buff. Because exact same crit chance. And probably the exact same crit damage, honestly. So, alright guys, we've gotten that out of the way. Let's move on to the final part, and this is going to involve Squad Link in Railjack. So, they showed that it's going to be, you can choose either to be in a sentient ship raid in space. If you've ever done the Sentient Anomaly, it's basically exactly that, but there's a defense point in the Sentient Anomaly now. And then there's going to be a ground team. Big spoiler coming up on screen right now, by the way, guys. The Sentient ground team is going to be fighting this new boss. And this guy's probably why they nerfed Cross Projection, honestly. He's going to be a health bar that you have to kill. He scales up in level. It's an endless boss fight raid, basically, is what they're trying to refer to it as. With all the names and stuff they put on the screen. So, it seems like this is the only boss you're fighting. And the space team does not fight a boss. We haven't seen every mission type. It might not be a boss fight in space. So, I think ground team's going to be heavily preferred here. And the way that the rewards go, guys, is actually you're going to be getting points, and you can buy arcanes with points. You can also buy the new weapon with some points. I think she got like 100 points for fighting the boss once. And so they said that the numbers for all the currency and stuff is going to get tweaked before it actually comes out. So, yeah, keep that one in mind. Also on PC this weekend, I know I just said this Baro Ephemera is here. It's also double resources. So that's going to mean if you do a polymer farm, you get double the amount. If you do a Kuva farm, you get double the amount. So yeah, if you're on PC, you might want to definitely do some Kuva farming for these new Rivens. If you have a Pangolin Sword Riven, if you have a Corinth Riven you want to roll, even other stuff. If you have Riven slots, I don't have any Riven slots anymore. I've got 120, I think they give you nowadays. And I can't, if they had cross save, I would go on PS4 and have 120 more Riven slots, but that's not how it is. And I hope they add cross save someday, because new consoles will be coming out. We have to see exactly what happens with Warframe and new consoles as well. And as far as cross compatibility, like, we'll see what happens. But pretty much, I'd say definitely worth signing in this weekend to get this ephemera. I mean, look at it; it is a little bit underwhelming. It's like 1 or 2 diamonds at a time. But I mean, if it was super noticeable, it would be a little bit annoying if everyone was running it. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I will talk to you later. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take it easy. Definitely check out the Twitch channel if you haven't already. Twitch.tv/Gaz_TTV. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.